everybody, welcome back. So today is day 24 of the Daily Arithmetic Challenge. Here are the first 6 questions for you to have a go at. There are some more in the next one, 10 in total. Once you've had a go at those, press play and we'll go through how you'd find the answers. Okay, time to go through the answers. Okay, let's have a look at the first question then. So we've got 168 divided by 8. So for this one, I would recommend using the method that you can see on screen. Always tell my children that it is important to write out their multiples. You don't have to go all the way to 12 times 8. Usually I would suggest maybe going to 5 times 8, and you can always go back and add more if you find that your number is too great. So looking at the first one then, we've got 1 divided by 8. Well, if I had got one marble or one object, I could not divide that between 8 people. So I cross out the 1 and I carry it across to the next place value to make my next number larger. 0 goes on top. I've then got 8 into 16, which looking at my multiples below I can see goes exactly 2 times. And then last but not least, I've got 8 divided by 8, which is of course 1. Number 2, we've got 97 plus 10, nice and easy. You wouldn't have even needed to do this one with a method. I just popped it there so that you could see it, so it's 107. Number 3, 251 multiplied by 3. So you could have done it the way I've done it, which I do think is the easiest. You could have also done it by partitioning, but then it's a lot of adding together at the end and you've got more chance of going wrong. So I've just done a simple multiplication, which you can see is 753. Number 4 is a decimals question, but actually quite a nice one because you have got the same digits in your number and they are for the same place values. So just making sure that you've put your decimal point in the correct place so that they're in line, and then you do a basic subtraction. 6 take away 4 is 2, pop my decimal point in, and 9 subtract 0 is 9. Make sure that you obviously get them the right way around. You couldn't do 0.4 subtract 9.6. Number 5, we have got a addition where the answer box is on the wrong side, so you still do it exactly the same way, it's just done like that to throw you. So we've got 2 add 2 is 4, 9 add 8 is 17, carry the 1 across, 0 add 5, add the 1 that's been carried is 6, and 7 add nothing is 7. Number 6, we've got 812 subtract 80. You could have done this one in your head, but because there's a lot of exchanging of values here, I would have actually recommend just do the method to make sure you've not made any silly mistakes. So for that one, it is 732. Okay, so the next question, 108 divided by 12. Now, to be honest, for this one, you would not have necessarily needed to have written out any method. It is just a case of knowing your multiples of 12. So most of you would probably be able to recognise that if I did my 12 times tables, I would actually get to the number 108 because 8 multiplied by 12 is 108. If you weren't sure about that, you could have done the method, but to be honest, as you'd written out your multiples of 12 below, like I always recommend, you would have spotted straight away that 108 is one of your multiples. Number 8, we've now got a slightly harder decimal question in that we've got a whole number which is 1, subtract 0.67, so remembering that the 1 and the 0 are the two numbers that have the same place value, and then when I've done it I have popped my decimal point in and then I've put 2 zeros after the 1 as placeholders so that my exchanging makes more sense, so I have got 0.33 for that one. Number 9, we've got 6 sevenths add 4 sevenths. Again, that is a nice one because you've got denominators which are the same, so you don't need to worry about that too much. So you've got 6 and 4 added together, which is 10. Obviously, you don't add your denominators together, that just stays as 7. So I have got 10 sevenths, which would be fine as an answer. However, it is an improper fraction, so some of you would probably been able to realise that you could turn that into a mixed number, which would be 1 whole 1 and 3 sevenths, because you can get one whole group of 7 out of 10, and you would have 3 left over. And number 10, last one guys, you've done really well, is 5 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 2. So I've done 5 multiplied by 9 first of all, I've underlined that, you could box it up, and I've written the answer underneath, which is 45, and then multiplied it by the 2 that is left over. Well, 2 lots of 45 are 90.